Episode 120. Why purpose is the only path to fulfillment. PIV. We want to pay it forward. PIV. Purpose, impact, fulfillment. Purpose is to what?
Help people accomplish their dreams.
Help people accomplish their dream. Impact over income. Because we are in the transformation business. And that's how we get what?
Our fulfillment.
Fulfillment. We're not in the transaction business. Right? So today's episode was inspired. Shout out to who?
Myron Golden.
Myron Golden. Why purpose is the only path to fulfillment. Purpose, purpose, purpose. Everything we got to be intentional. Why did God send us to the world for? But let's start. Welcome back to the CMR Podcast Network. This is episode 120. And today we're diving into a topic that's a core of living a truly fulfilling life. Why purpose is the only path to fulfillment. Let's be real. So many people chase money, recognition, or quick wins, thinking it'll bring them happiness. But the truth is, without purpose, those things are just temporary fixes. Purpose gives meaning to your actions, connects you to something bigger than yourself, and drives you to keep going, even when the path gets tough. Today, I'm joined by some incredible voices from our network who live and breathe purpose in their own ways. Let's start with Jayandi from Day One Podcast. Then we're going to follow with Manny from Consistency 360, Emily from Ends Believe Podcast, Manny from GPH Cast, and Vanessa from Lucy in Sombras. Each of them will share insights on how purpose has shaped their journey from finding it and staying committed or obsessed, or we got to reinvent the word, because obsession is literally average, and it's brought meaning and success to their lives. So whether you're struggling to find your purpose or wondering how to stay aligned with it, this episode is for you. Let's jump right in and start unpacking what it really means to live with purpose. How you doing, first of all, Jandy?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Positivo, productivo, and most importantly, I am blessed. Thanks to God and thanks to God. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentally, mentalmente, physically, fisicalmente, emotionally, emocionalmente, financieramente. The reason I didn't break it down, because in the video when Myron Golden talked, he said we all have 4 purposes. Different thing. We have a spiritual one, please God, social, connect, talk about our network is our net worth. And then he had social, special, and then sacrificial. Most people don't see the sacrifices you do in order to fulfill your purpose.
You notice too how he basically broke it down that you have to focus on others.
And that's why I said blessed, because when you focus on yourself and you see the things that you lack, that's where misery comes in. But when you count your blessings, that's where abundance. So scarcity and abundance.
What you sow is what you reap. But let's start with segment 1, discovering purpose through action. Let's discuss how taking action, even without full clarity, helps uncover one's purpose. We did an episode.
On which one? On
CMR Podcast Network. Why you got to commit first and figure things out
later. Love that episode.
Right? So let's discuss how taking action, even without full clarity, helps uncover one's purpose. My question to you is, how did taking bold steps help you discover your purpose? And what advice will you give to those waiting for the perfect moment?
Taking action helped discover my purpose because it allowed me to be in the position I'm in right now. Obviously, we're all in the middle. There's always somebody better and there's always somebody worse. So you just got to focus on yourself and excel at life. Shout out to Manny. I interviewed Consistency 360. I just seen him in the gym. And then he said, if I was consistent, not even Carlos. And I said, guys in the world, just focus on yourself. Why are you worried about another man? But when it comes to advice I'll give to people, it's an advice I'll give to my other self, to my younger self, or to the old Giandy or future Giandy. Just take time for yourself. Be obsessed with being 1% better, right? Don't look at people to your left or people to your right. Just look at the person that's right in front of you when you look at the mirror. And we all have a reason for being, the Myron Golden. And I'm so sure that this video will help bring clarity to the world on how they could find their purpose, or any message that we drop, whether it's you or our fellow companions or business partners, that they could impact them, when the impact transformation business, not transaction.
Believe it or not, most people, since they're in fear zone, comfort zone, right? Believe it or not, they'll never find their purpose. And I'm going to tell you why. fear and comfort, it's like it blocks you mentally, right? It limits you. It doesn't let you see past your eyes, right? You have to decide first to get on growth mode. Get rid of your old ways. Get rid of your weaknesses, right? Remember, estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. The truth sets you free. It might make you miserable when you're in fear zone or comfort zone, but when you decide to go on growth zone, the truth is going to be fulfilling. It's going to fulfill you, because now when you go in that zone, that's when finding your purpose will kick in.
1,000%.
Make sense or it doesn't make sense?
Of course.
You got to get out of the fear and the comfort. Believe it or not, you will not find your purpose if you're on fear or comfort. Purpose starts on growth. That's deep, because you got to know thyself.
1,000%.
You got to spend time with yourself. Elevation requires separation. Most people do not know how to what? Separate themselves. That's what we're going to end up doing in the future of our episode. Why isolation is the key. A lot of people think, oh, I'm solo. Bro, you're not solo. You're supposed to be with God and with yourself. Build a relationship with God and yourself. And trust me, a relationship with others is going to be easier, because you got to know thyself. Remember, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. The quality of your life also depends on the quality of the thoughts of the people that you have around.
1,000%. And today, talk about all that. We did an episode on GPH, survival mode. Most people are
Take the episode on this one.
And the one saying I want to say that you implement in your lives: the decision we refuse, the decision we refuse to make is a reflection of the cycle we refuse to break. So when people are in that fear and comfort zone, they don't want to make that decision because they're scared to take risk. Where the cost of not taking action on day one podcast, where Carlos, he's just giving his perspective, and it was an amazing episode because, believe it or not, taking action has a price, but not taking action has a bigger price.
See that you pay the price
of regret or the price or the pain of discipline. Which one?
Pain plus reflection equals progress. Most people, they avoid pain. See, I love pain because it's all perspective, it's all how you look at it. Pain to me is not pain. Pain to me is pleasure. Pain is breaking through, breaking out of that box. I cannot live a life in a box. I don't know how people can do it, but this is not in me. I like living my life in the edge, right? My comfort zone is being uncomfortable. I need to be uncomfortable because that's when I'm growing. That's what I like. I like that little pain when it comes to the working out. Overall, you got me. Even in business, I don't limit myself. Oh, I don't got a mentor, coach. No. Who can I basically hire, pay, right? So I could just learn something from them, right? Remember, leaders are readers. So you got to read. Right? Yeah. But sometimes we need that human connection. Who can I basically talk to? You got me? Just so I could tell them, hey, I want to eat the world. Not eat the world, but like, how can I impact more? You got me? I believe en la unión está la fuerza. You want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, let's go together. Teamwork
makes a dream
work. Vision-driven leader. It's not that I'm the vision-driven leader, because we all could be the vision-driven leader. You got me? Vision-driven leader plus teamwork equals success. Makes the dream work, right? I strongly believe that we could impact billions of people. Imagine everybody with their own platform, their own voice, bringing awareness to the world, helping people get out of what? Drifting zone too. Because we could call it, that scarcity zone from fear and comfort. Yeah. They're drifters. They're zombies, straight up. I don't want to be calling people zombies, but bro, most people are literally physically alive. Internally, they're dead. That's why their external world is a reflection of their inner world, right? And I believe God has a calling, not just for myself, but for anybody who's aligned with the values and mission and purpose of everything we got going on, right? Where we could be light where there's darkness. But to be light where there's darkness, you got to understand that in the jungle, you got to be dealing with a lot of different type of animals. There's all types of animals in the jungle. If you don't bring character, that's what I tell people. Get yourself a coach, mentor, but also develop your character. The best book to develop your character, read the Bible, right? Read the Bible, but also read books like Business Secrets from the Bible. Read also other books that were literally written around the Bible. Like, for example, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. He wrote around the Bible. Those are books. And people that don't know that 90% of your actions is determined by your subconscious. Unconsciously, people from the day they're born till they're 7, 8, they're programmed. Remember, most people were trained to be workers, not thinkers, right? Our parents were trained to what? Be workers, not thinkers. I come from worker type of mentality, type of parents. My father, even being around, everybody from his family being business people, he still had a worker mentality. You know why? He decided a man that is distracted with what pleasure will lose his purpose.
That's deep.
A man that is distracted through pleasure will lose his purpose. That's why I tell all these young men, business first, pleasure second. Forget about chasing women. Chase the best version that you could become. Create your garden so all the butterflies could come. Now you get to pick whatever butterfly you want. Trust me, you'll be able to pick because you're going to be the catch, if it makes sense, right? And you're not going to give yourself out like that because you already know the work that you did innerly. You get me? A lot of people think that it's how we look, especially us guys, right? It's not how we look. And the males that fall in love with a woman because how she looks, you're going to live a very miserable life, right? Because when the woman looks good, okay, you got the trophy, but the mindset is what's going to raise your kids, not the looks. You get me? She's going to be whoring around, you get me, trying to get attention. Like, girl, you don't even got to look for attention. You could, if you work on your mindset, you're going to be able to attract it. The attention is going to come to you, right? You were already born with value. We were born with no value. That's why when a man, I'm not going to say brags, but when a man literally is literally a woman see him as a high value man, we're supposed to brag about that. Straight up. We're born valueless, but when we males were able to fill the fucking bottle, we're able to fucking brag about it because we didn't even got to talk about it. They're going to, what you sow is what you reap. They're going to see, judge a tree by the fruit it bears. Any man can say, I get woman, I get this, I get that. You got me?
There's levels to everything.
There's levels. Don't say it. Man lie, woman lie, numbers don't lie. What's the numbers? You got me?
Of course.
And it's not the same being with the woman that, like women's picking the man that they need than picking the man that they want. And it's the same thing with us men. A lot of males are out there and it's because purpose. Everything falls under purpose. A man that is not living a life in his purpose, straight up, I don't care what man tells me, he for sure doesn't have the dream of woman. Straight up. All these things are spiritual. A lot of people think, remember, the physical world is one thing. The spiritual world is another thing. Remember, I'll give you perspective. God, we could go and chase the money and chase everything. I'm going to put it like this. Let's use Drake as an example. You think Drake is fulfilled?
Nah, he's empty. He wouldn't be outwitting the devil. He talks about he uses so many things to lower his end.
Just as a person, a lot of people think, oh, but this man is, one of the most famous, or this woman, one of the most famous in the world, has the money, has the fame, has the power. Hey, fulfillment doesn't come from that. Fulfillment comes from finding your purpose, from your connection with God, connection with yourself, right? Working on your mindset. When the money comes in, some of these people think, oh, I don't got to read a book.
They get comfortable.
Like baseball players or people, even basketball players.
Right.
Right? That's why they lose their fortune. We did an episode why lottery winners. We were just not talking about lottery winners. We were talking about athletes, rappers, a lot of these people. They're lost. Their purpose, they think their purpose is singing, sports, this, that. No, it could be that. God sent you to the world to do that, but that's still not your purpose. That's deep. With all that said, what else can you tell the world when it comes to why purpose is the only path to fulfillment?
When it comes to the purpose is the only path to fulfillment because that's the wealth money can't buy, right? When you're happy within yourself, no money, no people around, because they're going to make you happy. If you're not happy with yourself, how you expect the external world to make you happy? That's why we all have 4 purposes. I said spiritual, You have a special purpose. You have a social purpose. Most importantly, you got a sacrificial purpose, because without sacrifices, how are you going to get to places where you want to go? Like if you live a life of pleasure and you just sacrifice everything just to be at ease or just to have fun. No, you got to take care of business. You don't take care of business not going to take care of you. And what's taking care of business? How you said, Myron Golden, what was I say? Myron Golden, he mentioned that forget about yourself and focus on others. And that's why you always
Always
say
be
helping
helping
people.
people. See, I always say, thank you, Yandy. That way the next, I always say ABCD, which is because I'm always helping people get from A to Z. But for me to be able to help a person get from A to Z, take them in the elevator, I have to help them get from A to B, B to C, C to D. Make sense? That's why I also use always be closing deals. What am I always doing? Always closing deals. Always be closing deals. In another word, translation, always be helping people. How you doing, man? Bro, I love the haircut.
Excelentemente.
I love the haircut. If you would have gelled it up, it would have looked even better, bro.
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Spiritually, you gotta have that purpose. You gotta have that connection with God, so God can God can show you your purpose. Read books. Mentalmente, read books. Mentally, read books. So you can find a purpose. So not just find a purpose, but so it can help you cultivate your purpose. Now, físicamente, it'll be a shame for you to grow old and reach your purpose and not have the physical appearance you want. Emotionally, you can't be in your feelings if you're gonna find your purpose, because you're in a mission finding your purpose. Financieramente, it'll be sad if you find your purpose and you can't pass it forward to help others find their purpose.
Thank you, Manny.
He who does not live to serve does not deserve to live. El que no vive para servir no sirve para vivir.
Manny from Consistency 360 Cast.
Sí.
Building purpose with discipline. Let's talk about, Manny, how the role of consistency, right, and discipline in living a purpose-driven life. My question to you is, how can discipline help someone align their daily actions with their long-term purpose?
Oof.
How can discipline help someone like yourself align their daily actions with their long-term purpose?
I'll tell you what. A purpose without discipline is just a dream, because discipline is gonna get you to find your purpose. It's gonna motivate you to work on your purpose, to get to your purpose. So like, I can't always say I lack discipline, but discipline cultivates consistency when finding a purpose. So like, I always lacked the consistency, so my discipline wasn't enough. You know what I mean? So it goes hand in hand together. Consistency and discipline go hand in hand, especially when finding a purpose. You gotta find your purpose first. You gotta find what you like to do, what skills you have. It's just there's a lot of things, Carlos.
Getting to know thyself. There's a book, the Ikigai, that helps people get more clarity when it comes to finding their purpose. But also, I have a book here. Shout out to that Lenny's too. That Lenny's. I should have charged you for that book, not $500 how I charge Manny for Principles. I should have charged you $1,000. And that's why he who pays attention. I literally let her borrow the book, never got the book back. Why do I let people borrow the book? It's not because I need the book back. And it's not even because I need, whatever miserable money the book costs, if it makes sense. Because if it's up to me, I'll be literally, instead of me giving tips, I'll give books out. But most people, they're going to take it personal and they'll take it like a disrespect if I go and, give people books, right?
Right.
But making a long story short, I have a book there. It's called The Purpose Over Profits. Purpose over profits. I don't know if it makes sense.
Of course.
Because a lot of people, they focus when they transition. I understand people want the dream home, the dream car. There's people that have the common sense that everything starts with the dream business, right? So when they start the dream business, right? I don't want to call it dream because a lot of people, they start business just for the point of making money. That's deep too. See, one thing with me, I never done any business I've done, never been because of, I was never driven because of the money, right? It's always the impact or the serving. What problem am I going to be able to solve? I don't know if it makes sense, right? I saw myself when I used to go like helping it also like the artists, like El Alfa, Toxico, all these artists. I saw myself empty. Like my soul was like, I felt like, I don't know, inside, like, you know, when you go to a place and you feel like you don't belong there? Because I don't drink, I don't smoke. So when I used to go to clubs with them, yo, even though I was on stage, I felt fucking miserable there. And then they're like, yo, here's a bottle. They try to give me free bottles. I'm like, yo, I don't drink. But they're like, at least hold it because you're going to be on stage. So the people could actually what? Be inspired, motivated, because that's what the artists do. That's why a lot of artists, in reality, they don't drink or they never drink. But the environment put them in a position to smoke hookah, to drink, use drugs. You got me to do certain things just simply because the people that had around or their target audience.
I got something better for you.
Yes, sir.
Me, myself, I've always lacked in consistency. I've always been inconsistent because of that. I've always been from looking for different jobs, from job hopping to just inconsistent overall.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Because I never had a purpose. You know what I mean? I never found my purpose. You know what I mean? So like, if you don't find your purpose, you're gonna be bouncing around. You're gonna be thinking you're hustling by having a lot of jobs, by having a lot of skill sets. But what's the point of having a lot of skills if you're not gonna master one? Like, come on, man.
This is why now I want to highlight Manny's work ethic when it comes to consistency, right?
Okay.
He's been interviewing people, right? Building his network, because his
100%.
network is his net worth, right? He's been connecting with people, building rapport, getting to people's proximity, right? Right? Ask him the question, what is your purpose? Start asking people that too, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because most people, they don't understand that purpose is the only path to fulfillment, right? A lot of people, oh, I'm here working in Amazon. Oh, no, but you know, they pay good money as a driver. You got me? Oh, but, you know, I'm saving to invest. You got me?
That's the biggest error.
Right?
The biggest mistake.
Right? Shout out to Mars, brick by brick. Tomorrow we're going to do an episode. Saving money on the bricks. You got me?
Yeah. For sure.
But you see, helping people find their purpose, like using Mars as an example, right? He loves basketball. Why not turn your passion into what? Into a business.
Into reality,
right?
Yeah.
Why not? If you're passionate for basketball, become a coach, right? Well, you don't want to just become a coach in implementation. You want to what? Also help other people become coaches.
Communication.
Right? Nah. Help other people become coaches. Okay. So now you're a leader creating leaders. Facts?
Right.
Now you're going to use your podcast brick by brick to what? To attract your target audience, but also to scare away the audience that you don't want. See, I want to scare away the dollar bill, yo. Right? And I don't even want the $100 bills. It's the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Like my personal target audience, that's why I say they got to be mentally tough. Because the chosen ones, we got to deal where there's darkness. And where there's darkness, you got to build your character. It's not just cash flow. It's not just getting a coach, character, cash flow, right? Okay, credit's the foundation to money, collateral. Your character literally is a pillar too. See how I talk a lot about the 5 pillars: spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, financial, right? Go by also these. Coach, all you guys are coaches. Because if you went from A to B and you could, and you're already at C, you could help a brother go from A to B by taking the right attitude so they could take action, so they could transition from that employee mindset to the business investor mindset. Right or wrong?
Right.
The investor business mindset is pretty much purpose because people grow outside their comfort zone. Right?
Right.
A worker thinks very different than a thinker.
Of course.
When you become a leader, business owner, you got to become a what? A thinker.
A thinker. You gotta find your purpose.
That's why you gotta find your purpose. What else can you tell the world, Manny, so the next person could come? Why purpose is the only path to fulfillment? Piff, we're trying to pay it forward.
And all I can say is find your purpose. You what are you doing in life? You're just walking around looking for what?
Drifting.
Like-
Listen to the book Outwitting the Devil. Not 10 times, 1,000 times.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life if you don't got a purpose? Like, and then when you find your purpose, help others. Like, don't be stingy. Don't be, if you know you got a skill that you can pass it on, pass it forward, or help others get to your level, do it. Like, what are you doing? You wasting time. Come on, man.
Thank you, Manny.
Facts.
Time is priceless. Time, to me, time never been money. With money, you could buy people's time. But low key, believe it or not, it's never been in me to, even buy people's time, even though I've been buying people's time all my life. But you know how I've done it? Straight up. Organizing HR, organizing a chain of command so they could buy the time. Because it deep inside, from day -0, it'll hurt me. To tell a brother, like, yo, come work for me. But I could have somebody else tell them, hey, tell that person to go work for you. But me tell another man or a woman to come work for me when I'm the one creating opportunities, to me, it's a shame. Like, when people used to ask me, Emily, Carlos, you got a job for me? I'll look at them like, because I always knew that people ask for jobs are pretty much people that pretty much they're telling you, I got bills to pay, and I know you got money. Can you help me cover my bills so I could go to your business, help and whatever thing? But bro, you don't even got the skills. Sis, you don't even got the skills. That's why I don't employ family or friends unless you have the skills that I need, that the business needs. Fuck Carlos. The business. I'll fire my own mother from my own business type of thing. I have no empathy. Oh, but she's your mother. That's why a lot of ships sink. Because I understand relationship is the name of the game. But I also understand that business is spiritual. And God, straight up, gave talents to everybody, gave gifts to everybody. And when you find your purpose, you're going to understand that the best way to help a brother or sister is find their purpose. Because you don't want a brother or sister doing a job, doing a task that God didn't send them to do. Notice that when people are stressed, anxious, depressed, it's because they're not doing their mission, their vision, their godly purpose. I don't know if that makes sense, right? Because they don't listen to that inner voice and they don't get to know thyself. Remember, elevation requires what? Separation. And I remember you, Emily, before I ask you how you doing, once you told me on a podcast, you got me that the hardest thing through your journey with us that hit you the hardest was when I said, in order to elevate, you got to separate, which is something I never tell people advices. I've never tell people advices. I'm not the Giannis of the world giving advices. You get me? The only advice I gave myself is tell me who you're with, and I'm going to tell you who you are and where you're heading. As a vision-driven leader, I'd rather be solo than with the wrong person. And you're going to notice leaders are like eagles. We fly solo. And it's not that we want to fly solo. We're popular loners. The thing is, we understand that we connect with the infinite intelligence, with God, the sixth sense, that inner voice, when we separate ourselves. A lot of people, due to the fact that they're here, they don't know how to be by themselves. They got to be around people. They get, distracted with all the external voices. You want to know what's the key to failure? Straight up, from my perspective,
Yeah.
being sidetracked by other people's voices. That's deep. That's why I said I have it there. Think big and don't listen to people who tell you it can't be done. The first people I didn't tell them my plans was my mother, my father, my siblings, all my people. I got all my life. I wouldn't even tell a significant other what I'm doing. I could literally be doing something, and I don't tell them. You know why? Because I understood that when God gives you a vision, people perish because lack of vision. But God gives everybody vision, right? Proverbs 29:18. When God gives you a vision, he gave you a vision for a reason. You got to walk by faith, not by sight, right? So if you go and tell a brother, or sister, or sibling, mother, father, anybody, guess what happens? Huh? They walk by what they see. They don't walk by faith. So they're going to basically project their limitations into you. And that's how you lose yourself, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather find myself and lose the world than find the world, my external world, and lose myself. Most people, remember, your external world is a reflection of your inner world, right? I'd rather my inner world at peace and I have a war with everybody. That's deep. Once again, I'd rather have a war with the world externally
Mm-hmm.
and have peace in my inner world. Low key, you gotta be selfish. How you doing, Emily?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente. Mentally, mentalmente. Physically, físicamente. Emotionally, emocionalmente. Financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve doesn't serve living.
Let's talk about, Emily, overcoming challenges to stay purpose driven. Purpose driven, right?
Yeah.
My question to you is, what challenges have you faced while living your purpose, and how did you push through them? Because you're living your purpose now at a very young age.
What challenges?
What challenges have you faced while living your purpose? And how are you pushing through them? Or how did you push through them? You got me?
Okay.
You want me to give you some clarity?
Sure.
Okay, some of the challenges that I've seen people like, Emily as a mentor coach, right, was the challenge of family and, remember, elevation requires what? Separation. Once it was December that you bought your siblings books, they took it a little personal, right?
Yeah.
You were trying to help them find their purpose also,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't understand that time is not money, right? That with money you can buy time. Would you rather be the one telling people what to do or people telling you what to do?
I'd rather be the one telling people.
Okay, when you make a list of all your siblings, you write down, okay, my brother, somebody got to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
So he's a worker or a thinker?
Worker.
John D. Rockefeller wanted a world full of what?
Workers.
Not thinker.
Yeah.
Right? So when you go and buy the book, Weapon of Mass Destruction, and you give it to them, or the Cash Flow Quadrant, or Rich Dad Poor Dad, they'll take it personally. They'll feel like, yo, you calling me dumb? But I went to school. I'm older than you. But sister, who are you? Like, I was changing your Pampers. Like, just giving you a little clarity. Sometimes you gotta act.
Okay. Yes, I give them book. I give to my sister the Atomic Habits, to my brother the Ikigai, and also to my mom Atomic Habits, because I signed them that they have bad habits. They just went to work. They saw the time for money, but when they got home, they didn't read a book or didn't nurture their mind. They just sit in the sofa or in the bed just watching TV or some anime. That was me before. So I want them to like be aware of the time they're spending just doing meaningless stuff that are just entertaining them. But they didn't see the value in reading the books. And for my brother, I recommend the Ikigai. I give them the Ikigai because he's working in Uber, but he still haven't accomplished the things he wants.
Modern taxi driver. For those that don't know.
Yeah, he haven't accomplished the things he want, but he have potential, but he doesn't go after it. He doesn't bet in himself.
Do you think, straight up, a woman will see the value on him even at his level? Yes.
Yeah.
But a woman at his level value less too.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
But a high value woman will not see your brother
No.
as a man. Straight up.
Yeah, it's true.
Huh?
It's true.
Pound to pound. And believe it or not, your brother, he better pray to God for his woman to not see a high value man or to be opened up mentally around a high value man, because she'll leave him. Remember, that woman's hypergamy. Women will date a man, boom, up. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Imagine 99% of men that don't work on their character. Huh?
Mhm.
What else can you tell the world, Emily, when it comes to, obstacles people face when pursuing their purpose and strategies to overcome them?
Okay.
Obstacles that.
Yeah, in the beginning, your family will be against you, but eventually, when you get more knowledge and more clarity on the business you have, you can like
Communicate
better.
better to
Yeah,
them, right?
yeah.
Now you understand why communication is extremely important.
Mhm.
See, we operate from top of the mountain. Most people start from the bottom of the mountain. We work smart, not hard. So, top of the mountain, the 4 levels of value creation, right? Imagination, communication, unification, implementation. So, everything starts with an idea. We can close the distance between an idea and money, right? But that idea could be your vision.
Mhm.
It could be your purpose. It could be your passion. And that's how we create opportunities,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Why create jobs when we could put you in a position of power? We could help people go straight from employee mindset, where time is money, to investor, that with money you can make money, right?
Yeah.
Leverage other people's experience, leverage other people's money, leverage other people's efforts. Would you rather have 1% of 100 businesses or 100% of one business?
1% of
That's what we're doing here. We're getting 1% of it doesn't matter how many people you want to have from their purpose.
Mhm.
Because if I help you find your purpose, and on top of that, I help you help other people find their purpose.
Yeah.
Bro, sis, the number one problem in the world is a mind problem, right?
Yeah.
And if we're able to bring clarity's power, the world's our oyster. The future is bright.
Yeah.
What else can you tell the world, Emily? So,
Okay.
why purpose is the only path to fulfillment? PIF. Pay it forward. Purpose, impact, fulfillment. Impact over income. But most people, they chase the what? Income over the impact.
Yeah.
I love impacting people. I love hitting people where it hurts. Dejándole la huella. Even in my personal level. I know I'm going to be able to interview all the females in my personal level I've had. You got me?
Yeah.
So they could bring awareness of I was helping them find their purpose. But guess what? Those that didn't find their purpose, now I understand why they stay single. Single for the right man. But there's no such thing as single. They don't want me to talk.
Okay, what I can say is when you get more clarity in your vision, you can communicate better with your family, and they don't going to fully understand your vision, but they will like know that you have a purpose, but they will in the okay, according with you going to head, like times passes, they going to understand where you are, but they don't fully going to understand, but they will support you. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Now I'm gonna basically talk with Manny. GPH. What's up, brother Manny? How you doing, bro? The one
Excelentemente
thing.
bien.
How you doing?
I'm good, my brother.
You doing good?
Excelente. Ten cuidado.
Good.
Break check.
Excelente.
Excelente. 5 pillars. Estoy excelentemente bien. I'm excellent. Espiritualmente. Glory, praise, and honor be to God. GPH. Go check it out. Mentalmente. I work on my mind every day. Without mental clarity, you have nothing. Físicamente. I work on my physical pillar every day. Today, we lost the game, but we won, right?
We never lose. We win in lessons.
Talk about it.
You get me?
Failing forward.
Failing forward.
Emocionalmente, right? The 4th pillar, the one that I've been working my most on. And I'm proud of myself because there's certain emotions that arise that now I acknowledge the emotion and I have a game plan for it before it arises again. And then financieramente, el que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. He who's not fit to serve does not deserve to live. This is the whole thing we're doing today. Purpose.
Purpose in business and relationships.
Yes, sir.
We're going to touch. But before we start, have you read the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0?
I haven't.
You have to read it.
Okay.
And I'll never tell a man or a woman what they have to do. But that book, because EQ is more important than IQ. See, what separates the best from the rest is mindset, supposedly. But believe it or not, EQ. If we cannot control our emotions, we cannot control our personal life or business. Today, you were in the court, the show that I did, right?
Yeah.
Right?
OD.
Okay. You know what's the thing? I have a problem with my emotions too. You got me? Since a little kid. He who angers you controls you.
Yeah.
Right? But one thing with me, I'm an actor. Because I understand how the mind works. One thing, I cannot see a man bully another man or man's bullying a man that cannot, defend themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Out of all the people, they take the Chinese guys.
Bowen, right?
Bowen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bowen.
Shout out to Bowen.
You got me? And it be always the fucking most fucked up niggas.
It's funny because that's something. Okay, so after you made your show, right? I was like, yo, why he's not playing? Because he had next. So I went to someone and I asked him, yo, what's the order? What's going on? Oh, Em ignoró, yo. Like he looked at me like, I don't know, look down.
Who ignored you?
I don't even want to say his name.
Oh.
God bless him. Then Jay Andy went and asked him. And he told Jay Andy.
I wouldn't even ask.
But peep game. No. You want to know why I asked? Because I noticed why you made the Tu Mate Leo.
Bro.
Why? Because you abusaron. So to me, it's like, yo, that's not right. If they do it to one of y'all be here. So I wanted to ask. I wanted to make sure what's up. But you know what I've learned, bro? I don't care. Yeah, to them, that's their life, bro. That's their life. Like, it's so sad. It's so minimal. So I think the growth mode in there is the emotional growth that I showed. At first, I'm like, que se vaya el diablo con todo. But now, que Dios lo bendiga. I see you, my brother.
But I'm going to tell you one thing and tell the world one thing, which I don't like telling nobody anything. You know what leaders do?
What's up?
Right? Any storm, a leader shows up. I don't know if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
One thing, rule number one to life in business, mind your own business. I live by that. I mind my own business. But one thing, when that inner voice kicks in and says, hey, talk. I have all my life been the bullies. I grew here in Passaic, Trini, Latin Kings, Cribs, all the fucking gangs, bro. I never got jumped. Nigga jumped me, bro. It's the last day. They gotta move out from the city, the state. They gotta leave the world, type of shit. I pray every single day to God, and I'm saying this shit on video, bro. Yo, I'm gonna move that llame, because I think too damn big. You got me?
Take it to another level. And people
this
don't
is
understand
why.
that.
This is why leaders are normally when the more you can get to know thyself, the more you separate yourself. You know why? Because you get to know others. Since the other people haven't done the inner work and they're not maximizing their potential, and they're like, damn, how can another man do this to another man? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to belittle another man, or like, I'm all about uplifting people. So when I see a person try to destroy another man or a woman or anybody, that shit like fucks my mind up.
To me, it's like, where's your character? Where's your integrity?
That's what I'm saying.
That could be your father. That could be your grandfather. So if somebody does it to somebody that you know like that, how would you feel? I've always thought that, bro.
And bro, and you want to hear the funny thing? And I don't want to get off topic, world. Bro, we saw him fucking come. Dev, we saw you fucking come, nigga. We saw him come. You get me? I was stretching him, the jump rope when he came with that bullshit roller shit.
Bro, we the first
ones
there. We opened the gym.
But so how the fuck you're gonna come with that shit? You got me?
Hey,
unethical. Man. You got me? Like 99.9% of niggas are gonna stay shut. Not me, motherfuckers. Fuck out of here. Respect all, fear none. Bitch ass niggas. Fuck out of here.
I do.
Fuck them. Just how I told them. I'll fight any nigga there. Fuck out of here. Purpose in business and relationship. Let's talk about how does having a purpose-driven approach improve the way you run business and connect with people?
Because your purpose is I would say is the center of everything, right? And business. So financieramente, the fifth pillar, you're serving people. You find your purpose to serve people. And in that, you find your fulfillment. So if you don't have that and you don't build a business, Myron Golden, right? It's funny you mentioned that video. I sent it to Jay Andy. I don't know how you got across it, but I saw that video. I subscribed to his thing. I really like the way he talks about
Business
business with spiritual. You know, I'm big on faith. So, and it's also funny because I like Miles Monroe a lot. And something that I've been searching for my whole life and I didn't know what it was my purpose, bro. Right? It's like you're looking for something. You're in a rat race, but I was in two rat races. I was in a rat race of implementation and I was in a rat race of finding my purpose. You get what I'm saying? And Miles Monroe says, God is funny. If he wants to hide something from you, but you can be able to find it, where will he hide it? And he said, inside of you. It's so funny. So look within yourself to find your purpose. And then once you find that purpose, you sell it to people. You know what God gave Solomon? Wisdom. And you know what he did? Sold the wisdom. That was his purpose, bro.
But you know what? Why God gave Solomon wisdom? Because when God asked Solomon what he wanted, he could have asked for kingdom, for riches. He asked for wisdom.
And for what? Did you know why he asked him for wisdom?
Is the domino effect of everything else.
You know why he asked him for wisdom?
I asked God for wisdom too myself all my life. And God gave me everything.
Sorry to cut you off. You know why Solomon asked God for wisdom? The backstory behind it? He said, give me wisdom so that I can lead your people. Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes.
And he blessed him for that. You know? That's deep. I find that very powerful.
And good thing that the thing that happened today. This is all godly, spiritual, even there. How I see life. Because I'm gonna put it in perspective. My purpose is helping people accomplish their dream, but not just simply helping people accomplish their dream. That's translation to help people find their purpose. But also, it's just not helping people find their purpose. It's also helping people maximize their potential. But it's not also helping people maximize their potential. It's also helping people find themselves, right? But it's not also helping people find themselves. So you see, one thing leads to another thing, but to another thing. But to make a long story short, the minute I knew at a very young age, God sent me to the world as a natural leader. Because a leader, straight up, I don't gotta say I'm a leader. I know when I walk into a room, without even saying I'm a leader, people are gonna smell I'm a leader. You got me? Qualities of a leader. Number one, he goes against the grain. Straight up. When everybody says goes that way, the leader goes this way. Because the leader rather be in the unknown, the risk, right? Leaders normally find their purpose faster than followers. Because leaders listen to that inner voice. So using basketball today as an analogy, that inner voice is not because we had next after Bowen. That inner voice, hold up. I saw my man come in. Why are these guys are gonna play before this guy? Because in reality, I wanted it to work out. You got me? I want to work out a certain time, and in the weekends is more different.
Yeah.
Right. So it messes up the rhythm. Because during the week, I don't give a fuck about any of them niggas. I'll bust your fucking ass, pound to pound, and I would never talk like this. Right? But the right niggas, sometimes you gotta not even tell them, you gotta show them. You got me? So I don't like saying I'm better than other people because it doesn't fulfill me. To me, at the end of the day, anybody could win a game, anybody could lose a game.
You know what it is that they bring that out of you. Like you think you tough, like you think
like that's what I'm saying. Like,
but you know how you say when you give somebody that emotion, that anger, that they're controlling you, they're mastering you. You get what I'm saying?
It's called mirroring. Leaders know how to mirror.
Okay.
Remember, leaders, we do the dirty job. We are supposed to spot out the rotten apple. And who else is going to basically face? Look at it like David and Goliath. David short, Goliath big. Nobody wanted to fight what? Goliath.
Yeah.
Because he was big. Everybody feared him. But that's the thing. I respect, don't fear none. You got me? And they already know.
You know what I respect about you? That maybe nobody else would have said something, or if they said something, they wouldn't have said it at the level, at the volume that you said it. You get what I'm saying? Because It's disrespectful, bro. That man can't defend himself. You get me? But you know what's funny? He probably got a better jump shot than anybody.
That's so fact. That's a trillion fact, bro.
That man shoot like 50%. You heard?
But you want to hear the funny thing? It's all the time they do that shit to them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And that shit hurts me, bro. That why you think when he's there, he plays with us.
Let's get it.
When I'm there, he's always
Why
playing
not?
with me, and that's why he picks me up too. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then this time today, I was not even gonna play with him because I wanted to keep working out. You got me? But I don't like when people they just try to take advantage of people. And shout out to KG. That's to show prove that money doesn't solve problems. You got me? He asked me for money once, and I fucking zelled him right in the fucking basketball court when I was leaving. John D even recorded the video. And the first one, trying to basically talk, it was him. Like, bro, that's why I've never understood. Sometimes people block their own blessing. God sent us to bless them. Because in reality, I even told you, Andy, and him to do a thing. The episode name was going to be what? Mindset over talent. It was even planned. Right or wrong, Andy? Mindset over talent, right? Because I told them straight up to that time. I'm like, what separates the best from the rest is mindset. You guys got to work on your mindset. Because he's a fucking talented individual on another level. He's beyond talented. I see him with his own podcast because he could communicate. He could talk.
Yeah.
He could talk. He could fucking talk. Imagine he takes that talk to a podcast to empower and use it with a positive.
Yeah.
Because he's a positive, negative person. Positive, negative. His environment. Remember, we're all byproduct of our environment. You got two options. You could either say, why me? Or you could say, try me. I don't want to quote people's personal stories, but just a story that he had told me. I'm like, yo, bro, do ta 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 ta, and all that's gonna wash away. You got me?
Yeah.
And that's why I decided to also give him the money, if it makes sense. But he could be, he could have his own voice, podcast. He could be a coach, like monetizing on a different level.
Bro, he nice, bro.
Nice is not the word.
He's nice. Yeah.
You got me? He loves the game.
Yeah.
You got me? And on top of that, he could get a percentage of NBA Fitness Club without putting $1.
Talk about it.
You got me? But that's the thing. Sometimes people, that's why I love basketball, because basketball reveals people's character. Basketball, the best way to measure a man straight up is when you win or when you lose. You're going to reveal your character. I'm going to reveal my character. We all going to reveal our character. The best way, that's why I love sports. Sports, you can know who are the high achievers, how you do one thing, how you do everything.
Yeah.
Right? That's why when I see a man in the basketball court and I see the level of skill set, I'm like, damn, this guy in business, bro, he applies the same.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The same work ethic. Yes.
Bro.
You're absolutely right. And then it's funny because then you get to know them and you don't understand how that work ethic got them to be that great at a talent, but then mentally they're like deteriorated, bro. I'm like, wait, like why you don't apply that in other areas of your life?
But remember, most people are a byproduct of their environment. We humans, we have to separate ourselves in order to elevate ourselves. For example, I came from Passaic, but just because I was in Passaic didn't mean I had to be in Passaic. That's deep.
And do you believe that even though you're from Passaic and you went through those experiences, that cultivated and molded your purpose?
Of course.
Right?
Of course. I wouldn't trade $1. Bro, I was born in the Dominican Republic. They brought me when I was 9 months. Yeah. I come from my mother's side of the family. They're poor. Bro, when I used to go to Dominican Republic, la casa era de madera, manito. My father family, rico. You got me? Like era riqueza, pobreza.
Yeah.
And guess what area I used to love the most? La pobreza, manito. It's not that they were happier. But moving forward, did I ask you the question, how does having a purpose-driven approach improve the way you run your business and connect with people?
Yes, we did that one.
Okay. What else can you tell the world, bro? when it comes, and also advertise, promote your episodes. You get me on your podcast.
Before I answer your question, GPH podcast, we did a episode today on survival mode and why some people are just surviving and not thriving, and it's mindset. How Carlos is saying. GPH podcast on Instagram, on all platforms, on YouTube, and for me, J_added. That's my personal Instagram. And my brother J Andy, go follow him too. J Andy, JEANDY.Reyes. That's his personal, and Day One podcast on all platforms.
It'll be on the bio too.
Yes,
it's always on the bio.
And what I have to say about purpose is search for it. Search for it. Sometimes it's not even what makes you happy. Sometimes your purpose is gonna be something that's a challenge for you at first, but then you're gonna learn to love it, and then you're gonna learn that that's the best thing you're gonna be good at. Like, and for me, what helped me find my purpose is spiritual pillar and that mental pillar first. Feed it, and people are gonna come. How Emily was saying, yo, your family, your friends, those people are gonna come, and then we're like, yo, that's not it. I don't see you doing this. I don't see you doing that. But then you're gonna have friends and coaches like Carlo or J Andy that come and tell you,
and yourself,
and tell you, yo, bro, I see you having your own podcast. Yo, I see you changing lives. I see you communicating the experiencing and leveraging that to impact people. And don't let anybody tell you can't. You know, if they tell you can't, that's the first obstacle. And certain people that tell you can't are people because they can't do it, they think you can't do it.
And simply, it's not even, sometimes they don't think you could do it. It's simply the fact that they still want to stay in the same level. They want you to stay in that same level they are at. That's why at a very young age, I always learned how never to tell nobody my stuff. How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos.
Before you tell me the pillars, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, and also on YouTube, go search for that audio and listen to that audio. Man's Search for Meaning. That audio right there is going to impact your life. It's going to help you also get more clarity when it comes to finding your purpose. Man's Search for Meaning. You got to get to know thyself. Getting to know thyself is literally your number one goal. Focus. How you doing, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, financieramente, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. He not lead to say, not deserve to lead.
That's how you say. I'm not even gonna correct you. I'm gonna let you correct yourself. You know what I mean? See, I don't live by the little by little. You know what I mean? Life is either life. You see, I live a life of obsession. You get me? But now I gotta recreate another word because I've always been obsessed. You get me? When I'm gonna do something, I'm not simply interested or committed. I always had that obsession of how can I do this yesterday, not today, last year, not last year when I was born. Right. And one thing I always obsessed was questioning everything. Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Why this? Why everything? The minute I question, why am I in this world? Vanessa, at a very young age, my mother was in the Dominican Republic. I'm like, why am I here? Why did they bring me to the United States? Why did my mother didn't come? What am I doing here? Why is my father Why is my father a worker? Why my father's not Why is my uncle I started questioning everything, Vanessa, since a little kid. And every time people used to tell me anything, right? Or ask me a question, I used to ask them with another question. I'll re-question the questions. I was that freco. And I love it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love it. You got me?
Yeah.
Because why are you asking me that question? I want to know the intention behind the question. That's deep. When you question the questions, that's when you know you're like, hold up. You're thinking. You're thinking. You're curious.
It's something
right?
else.
Or when you question the statements or what people tell you, I question everything I say. Why am I saying that?
Why you say that?
Huh?
Yep.
So to wrap this up, Vanessa, from Lucy Sombra, Vanessa.
Yes.
Purpose as a source of fulfillment, right? Source, like you see the fuel,
Yeah.
the gasoline. When you
Mhm.
find your purpose, that's how you get fulfilled. You asked me once, are you really fulfilled?
Yeah, I remember.
Why did you ask me that question?
Okay.
Because I asked you, why are you asking that question? She thought I was not fulfilled.
Yeah.
But I go.
I don't know, but before I didn't know you, right? And I was like very confused how you acting. You know, why he's like talk so loud? Why he's like that? You know, I'm very like, he's not happy. This is what I thought because you have all the material, like you have all the thing you want. And I said, why he's like that? And I said, maybe he's not fulfilled himself. That's why he acting like how here.
And you want me to answer you the question?
Yeah. No, you answered me.
I always been high on life because I always been on my purpose. When you're living a life of purpose, your energy is different, your aura is different, you walk different, you shit different, you smell different, you look different. You got me? El brillo tuyo is different. Straight up. Find your purpose, and I'll promise you that you will literally walk different because you're already walking with God. You get me? You're walking with a different type of energy protecting you. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, makes
Huh?
sense.
You know how many fucking fights I've started in my life? Not started, finished them. But literally, a bunch of gang members, nobody jumped me. It was spiritual. I had over my life over 200 fights. You seen me fight, Jay Andy seen me fight. Right? Fighting, you want to know what's the number one thing? Defense. Basketball, offense. Life, offense. Fuck defense. Carlos, you got to play defense. No. Defense only fighting. And most people, they don't know that I used to box and I was in karate. You get me? So that's why I've done not just my inner work when it comes to that, I've done my external work also. You got me? A lot of people don't know that before basketball, you got me? I was a high achiever in baseball or in any other sport I used to play. I used to stand the fuck out. You got me? And I don't even know how, but I know how. You know why? Respect, don't fear none. I used to go, bro, I didn't care.
What are they saying?
I didn't care, first of all, what people say about me, right? That plays a big role when finding your purpose, right? Oh, you don't think? Huh? Because imagine your purpose is doing Lucy Sombra, bringing awareness to the world, bringing awareness to the woman, bringing a light where there's darkness to the woman, where there's shadows, right? Shadows where there's
Like
between the light and the darkness. A lot of women are with the man they need, not the man they want, right? Right?
yes, right.
So imagine you bring all that awareness to the world. Something's gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen? Huh?
What do you think?
Some people they're gonna be like, but Vanessa, ella no da pa eso.
No, I want to say something about that. Today, someone like from DR, like from Dominican Republic, they say, Vanessa, you're doing great job, but the thing you have to put more sazón como more
Like the way I do it, because that's what I'm myself.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, when you find your purpose, which you have found it based on what I see, finding your purpose is the number one thing. But being yourself is the number one -0 thing.
Yeah.
Right? The minute you're yourself, you're gonna stand out in a world full of people working with a mask. I don't know if that makes sense. Right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to walk in your authentic self. The biggest flex is being yourself. I value, cherish people that they're themselves. I want people, if you're loud, be loud. If you're whatever you are, I want to see people as their authentic self. Because what you see with me is what you get. You got me? I'm not two-faced. And how you treat others,
You're gonna stream.
I don't care how people treat me. I want to see how you treat others. I give a fuck how you treat treat me. I want to see how you treat others. Because I know people are not going to treat me wrong. Remember, people treat you how you treat yourself. You got me? People treat you how you treat yourself. That's why you got to have your shit together.
100%.
Self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management. Why time management? If I don't sell my time, can somebody tell me what to do?
No.
Huh? God tells me what to do. That's your purpose. God, where there's a will, there's a way. If you don't find the way how to work on your dreams are your purpose. And your dreams will always change. Your purpose could always change. That's another thing. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Podcasting, whatever you want to call it, YouTubing, whatever you want to call it, or just talking in front of the camera, whatever word you want to call this, guess what? We're duplicating ourselves. People do okay business with people that like, know, and trust, but we're serving because we're bringing awareness, right? We're not selling a product or a service, but we're here telling our stories, right? We're here telling our knowledge, nuestro conocimiento. People perish because of lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6 in the Bible says. But people also perish because of lack of what? Vision. We are vision-driven leaders. We operate through the highest form of value creation, the imagination. We got to help people find their what? Their purpose. Now you understand why finding the purpose is number one?
Yeah.
Right? But before they find their purpose, they got to leave the fear zone, leave the comfort zone, get into the growth zone, get rid of the old ways, get rid of the weakness. Estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. So when people tell you the truth, you don't go on victim mentality, right, Vanessa?
Yes, kind of.
What?
Yes.
You go on victorious mentality.
Victoria.
Imagine you would have went into your feelings.
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Right?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. So to wrap this up, Vanessa, how does living with purpose bring you personal fulfillment? And how do you stay true to it during tough times?
Okay, when you live your life on purpose, it's gonna be aligned with your action and what is your purpose, like what you decide to do. Me, I know I found my purpose. I didn't know. This is what I be like to do interview or something like that. But now I just like every time when I'm doing like podcasts, I feel more comfortable. I feel I enjoy. I know I like talk. I have to educate myself. But I now identify, even like say I want to do interview, I have to be more prepared, because the more professional I can be, the more knowledge I can bring to someone because I'm gonna motivate them. Oh, look, Vanessa, she started like that, but you see how she's now? She being like better every day.
So communication is a key.
Yes.
Right? The minute you open your mouth, you reveal to the world who you are.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
And where you're
sir.
heading.
Yes, sir.
You reveal to the world who you are and where you're
Mhm.
heading. Remember, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. But the quality of your life also depends on the quality of the thoughts of the people you have around. So if you have low vibration, people that vibrate low,
Mhm.
right, around, what are they going to basically what?
Yeah,
Drag
gonna
you
bring
down, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you have high vibration people, they're going to what? Push you
Yes,
to
of
grow up,
course. Yeah.
right?
To push me.
They're going to push you forward, right or
Yes,
wrong?
that's right.
So
It's gonna be like what I understand too is like the people they not understand or they not know how the purpose they're gonna be. They don't know how they passion, like the talent that they have. They not ask themselves what I can be better, what I can do. Me, I never ask the question, Vanessa, what I can learn. I just like be working, how he said.
the
It's
man
just
that works
like
all day or woman that works all day has no time to make money. That's why we have it here. John D. Rockefeller, right? He wanted a world full of workers, not thinkers.
Yes.
But if we really think about it, employ is the modern word for slavery, modern
Mhm.
slavery, right?
Yes, sir.
Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'm wrong.
What I can understand, Kyla, too, I don't know if you remember, I tell you, when someone open the minds, it's never the light they're gonna be like that, like before. Because so when you open and you see the knowledge where you can get, you even like you not keep going and you grow up, you're gonna feel like miserable, because you open your mind. Now I just like say, I'm not gonna spend my time for money. I just recognize how to create value to someone. To
Focus on value creation.
Yeah, and
Because
just
money
like
is a byproduct of value creation.
yeah, and when you just see how you see your life and how you see the life now, you just say, no, this is better because nobody they're gonna control you. Nobody gonna like say what you have to do. You just have to do like to discipline yourself. And this is what I want. Like
The best way to find a leader, guys, is find people that they don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
Find those people that they're thinking outside the box. Find those people that think different, act different, move different, look different. Those are my audience. You get me? Those people that, when you tell them do this, they'll go do the opposite. That's why I've never told a man or a woman what to do ever in my life. I have never even told my daughters, got 3 daughters, never told my daughter do this. You got to lead by example. Leaders, we don't talk. We lead by example. If you want to follow, amen. If you don't want to follow, amen too. We're not in the chasing business. We attract, we don't chase.
Yes,
right?
sure.
We became the attraction. Right? If you want to follow my footstep, follow. If you don't want to follow my footstep, I'll leave you behind. I don't give a fuck if you're my daughter. I don't care who the fuck you are. You could be my mother, father. I'm leaving everybody behind. Bro, sis, even in the Bible it says it. It says it clear that, to wrap this up, right? There's, personajes, personalities in the Bible, right? That they had to leave their hometown, their family, right? Because the first saco de sal was their parents. I'm serious. And the brothers, I forgot the story. I think it was Hope.
No, Jose.
That even his brother, they were going to set him up to kill him.
Joseph,
You got me?
So because he's bring like the dream to them, and they just like they want to kill him.
Yeah.
And he spoke to the mother, he spoke to the.
And before they came, they even had bounce.
He left, and I know, and I love the video you sent it today. Like he explained everything like very estratégico, se puede decir, like very clear.
To wrap this up, unsubscribe. We're too valuable to tell you to subscribe. I'd rather tell people to unsubscribe than to subscribe. You got me?
Keep it there.
Reverse psychology. It's like when a woman is beautiful, tell her, yo, you ugly.
Keep it there.
You're gonna literally, if you tell the woman you're ugly, you're gonna literally put a thought in her mind.
Why he
that
say
she's gonna be like, but hold up.
I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful. All the men tell me I'm beautiful. Don't you see? Yeah, all the man. I'm not all the man, girl. I'm Carlos. So everything I do is reverse.
Reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology. Everybody wants to do layups, half court. I'd rather miss from half court because I had a long-term vision. I said what I lacked in skills, I'm gonna make it up in numbers. Right? So at first, I'm gonna miss the shot. Everybody and their mother were gonna get pissed off. But then I was gonna get to a level that now I'm gonna be able to come through. You got me? Make sense?
This makes sense.
So life is perspective.
Yes.
Right? Always be different, because to find yourself, to find your purpose, the only way is by being different, going against the grain. God would always give everybody a different purpose, even if we all have an aligned purpose. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We could all want to help other people accomplish their dreams, but understand everybody has a different path.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Thank you, world.
Okay.
Unsubscribe. Thank you.
No, subscribe, guys.
Unsubscribe. With them or without them, strangers make me rich.